What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your lady's favorite YouTube channel. Juventus gets the victory over Cagliari at home, unfortunately in front of a sparse crowd, but these are happening everywhere. We can talk about that if you want, but I'm going to focus on the player ratings today. We had some kind of surprise performances from some players that really needed to step up for a little bit. Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today it is Wednesday, December 22nd, 2021. And of course, I have your latest rundown of the ratings for all the players that were in the match against against Cagliari yesterday. We're going to talk about those players and all the good things that they did and the bad things. There were some good, some bad. But in the end, Juventus pulls out a 2-0 victory, really holding on to what Max Allegri said, which was just the fact that if they didn't get the win over Cagliari, and yes, Cagliari is at the bottom of the table there, what are they, 19th, I think, or something like that, in the end of the table, it's still 3 points at this point. It's a big deal when you get 3 points, just because you still have an opportunity to crawl back up in the standings, and then we'll see how the pieces lay and what happens with the other teams. Before we go ahead and get into it, though, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and also hit that bell icon to stay up to date for all our latest videos. I apologize. I know I said something about when the announcement of the Juventus official shirt would be announced. Hopefully, I think that'll be announced within the next 24 to 48 hours. We had some setbacks and some things that went on here behind the scenes before we could really go and do that big announcement thing. But make sure you do that, but also stay tuned to our channel. If you're just subscribed for that, make sure you subscribe for other reasons too. We have great videos, great content, but also we're going to do even more giveaways in the future. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure you're tuning in so that way you have a chance to win some really cool Juventus merch. And in the future, some Bianconeri Zone merch. Anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into it. I know these videos take long. I'm going to try to make it quicker than normal, but let's see if I succeeded that. More than likely, my guess is probably not. Anyway, let's move it on to player number 1, and that is CHESNEY. And I think I may have to start today with maybe, and I know it's 2 players that I could say earned my player of the match rating, or award today. And I think I want to go CHESNEY. And the reason I want to go CHESNEY is because then I understand. I'm going to give him his props later, too. Trust me, the other guy. But for right now, CHESNEY, he gets a 7 rating from me. He had a really pretty good performance. Real quick, some of his stats. 1 save, 1 punch. 1 save from inside the box. 5 accurate long balls. 1 clearance. 1 aerial duel. 1. But really, he just, to me, had a really good performance, given what happened in the second half. The second half, yes, Juventus got the score early in the match, but then in the second half, Juventus was just getting peppered left and right. They were getting attacked pretty consistently there in that second half, and there were plenty of opportunities. Our defense kind of faltered a little bit. They kept a clean sheet with CHESNEY, who keeps the main clean sheet. Give him the credit really more than anybody, but definitely he stepped up and made some big save when it really was a nerve-wracking moment for me, at least. I don't know about you guys, but I really want to give him credit. Also, I want to give CHESNEY his credit because he took a lot of shots. Me personally, I was one of the guys doing it. I'll acknowledge that. I'm still on that Donnarumma train, but we were all so high on the Donnarumma train, wanting Donnarumma, and then CHESNEY was having a bad run from the end of last year into the beginning of this year. He really struggled, but I got to give him his credit. Like I said, within the last few, I don't know, maybe month or a couple months or so, he's really looked back into form, like the one of the top tier goalkeepers probably in the world. Is he the best? No, but he's up there. He's really solid, and he's looking the part again. So I'll give him credit there. Great game by CHESNEY, and credit to him for, like I said, kind of saving that in the second half. But let's continue it on. Next up is Juan Cuadrado. I gave him a 6 rating. Defense wasn't the best today. I think maybe he would have gotten a little bit more criticism from me in other aspects, but he had some decent performances when it came to, he had 2 ground duels won. He had 4 key passes, and that's what Juan Cuadrado does. When you think about, sometimes maybe he's not the best defensive player, but really use him for his creativity and the things that he does there. 4 key passes, 6 accurate crosses, 7 accurate long balls, 2 big chances created, and 1 shot blocked as well, and 1 successful dribble. serviceable. So overall, maybe he didn't have when it comes to his defensive, being that he is in the defense. He had really no stats there from the defense, but from an actual, what Juan Cuadrado does, what you expect from Juan AC, decent performance from him. Let's continue on. With Leonardo Bonucci, and like I said, I know I'm going to try to do this one a little bit quicker. I think really it was pretty unanimous across the board when it came to the defense, except for one guy. Bonucci gets a 6 rating from me. He had 1 aerial duel, 1, let's get that, a 9 accurate long balls, which is that's what you need from, of course. Anytime I see that number, that's whenever I see a high accurate long balls from Bonucci, chef kiss. That's what I want. Again, this game wasn't perfect. Let's be clear. This game was not a beautiful game. It was not perfect. There were a lot of issues that were about the same as we've seen. But it was a victory. It came in a victory. And how often do we get to say that nowadays? Unfortunately, you can see them stutter anywhere. 1 shot on target as well, and 1 big chance missed, unfortunately, for Bonucci. So he gets a 6 rating from me. Then we go on to Matthias de Ligt. Of course, all the controversy that's surrounding him currently. I'll keep myself from really going into that. We'll see what happens there. He gets a 6 rating as well. 2 ground duels, 1, 3 aerial duels, 1 key pass, 6 accurate long balls, 1 big chance created, and 1 successful dribble. Kind of weird though not to see any stats of no clearances, no interceptions, no block shots, no tackles. Maybe that's more really a commentary on Cagliari than it is de Ligt's performance though overall. 6 rating from me. Alexandra, though, he's the one who struggled a bit. He's the one who gets a 5 rating from me. Just wasn't super impressed with his performance. He did have 3 clearances and 1 interception, 2 ground duels, 1, 3 aerial duels, 1. He had 2 key passes, 1 accurate cross, 5 accurate long balls, and 1 shot off target. But again, wasn't the best of performances from Alexandra personally. Let's keep it moving, though, because otherwise we'll be here all day. All right. Rodrigo Bentancur. And I mean, here's Rodrigo Bentancur. Thank you, Siri. Siri on my watch decided it was time to give me some information on Rodrigo Bentancur. Anyway, he gets a 5 rating from me today. Let's see. He had no accurate crosses, no accurate long balls, no ground duels, 1, 2 aerial duels, 1. 1 clearance. He was. If you look at his stat sheet and if you look at his heat map, he was pretty anonymous for this match, which is never a good sign when you're expecting that from a player. And he played the full 90 minutes, so that's really not a good sign from him. Was not impressed with Bentancur. Same with his other counterpart on the other side. But we gotta get to Arthur first. To give Arthur a 6 rating. To me, he was serviceable today, better than he was last time. Last time he was a really not a good performance at all that he turned in. He had 1 key pass, 3 accurate long balls, 1 successful dribble, 5 ground duels, 1. He didn't win any of the aerial duels, but it was only like 1 or 2, I think, that he was really a part of. 1 clearance and 4 tackles. So he was probably our best midfielder for the day. Give me a sec. Anyway, he was probably one of the better midfielders that we really had out there today, especially while you're missing Manuel Locatelli. But again, the midfield still is struggling. There's still a lot of issues there in the midfield. And hopefully we can see that get rectified here. And let's not kid ourselves. I'm not going to say the winner Mercado because you know what happens there. But it is what it is. Rabiot, a little bit better than Rodrigo Bentancur. He gets a 5.5 rating from me. He only played 45 minutes though before being subbed off for Weston McKennie, who was also probably a little bit better. I think adding Weston McKennie instead of Rabiot, I honestly would probably rather Bentancur play less. But anyway, that's how it stands right now. Anyway, Adrien Rabiot had no accurate crosses, no accurate long balls, 1 successful dribble, 2 out of 2 ground duels, 1, 4 to 4 aerial duels, 1, so give him a little bit of credit there. Only lost possession 9 times, but again, he only played the first 45 minutes, and then he had 1 tackle as well. Now, let's get to the more fun part. And I was trying to really kind of speed through those a little bit because I know you guys, you know what you're getting. You saw the defense. You saw how they played. And you saw the midfield. You know what the midfield is day in and day out. It's the same crap. Let's talk about the other man of the match to me. And maybe you all would say he was the man of the match. But Federico Bernardeschi. You usually think I'm going to say Federico Chiesa. You know I'm not going to say that right now, obviously with the injuries. But Federico Bernardeschi gets a 7 rating for me. proud of his performance today. Really showed up today. I know people don't want to give him credit for what happened earlier. And Alejandro, Julian will probably say they probably did say that yesterday or earlier today before I came in and recorded this. But sometimes you're in the right place at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you take an errant shot, you take an errant kick. You can't give an errant kick here or there, and the ball lands how it did. It's not a stat sheet assist, but yeah, I'm going to give him credit. I'm just going to be the nice guy for Bernardeschi. He doesn't have, he's created quite a few solid assists in the last couple of matches, which has really been surprising, right? You don't really expect that from Bernardeschi, especially with what been getting for the long haul. But not only that, but Bernardeschi caps it all off by scoring the kind of game-sealing goal, that second goal in the in the end of the match. And it wasn't the most beautiful shot, I'll say that. But hey, he found the back of the net. First time that he's done that for Juventus in Serie A play since the Sampdoria goal. Was it Sampdoria? Yeah, it was Sampdoria goal back in the 2019-2020 season. That, honestly, if you remember, that actually sealed the Scudetto, though. They needed those 3 points, and those 3 points sealed the Scudetto. So, hey, it's another big moment for Bernardeschi. People don't want to give him credit for that either. And I know, I crush Bernardeschi a lot, too. But okay, let me read his stats, and then let me say the last little bit I need to say. 1 goal, 1 shot on target, 2 shots off target, 3 shots blocked, 2 successful dribbles, 1 key pass, 1 accurate cross, 5 accurate long balls, 4 ground duels, 1 clearance as well. But what I can say about Bernardeschi, though, is, again, I don't know. I don't know where to go from here, because I'm still not fully backing off my you don't need to renew Bernardeschi feeling. Let's get through. I'm going to get through the end of January, okay? And then I want to come back and I want to review this, because I know people are talking, and it's easy to hot take quickly. And I know I'm full of hot takes myself. But at the same time, I need to see consistency from Bernardeschi. I need to see that he can continue to contribute assists, maybe score another goal, just 1 more goal. I understand 3 goals in 75 years or how long he's been playing for Juventus right now is not, it's a lot to ask maybe in this situation. But I want to see maybe just 1 more goal, but at least I want to see him continue to contribute with these assists that he's been delivering. If he's able to do that, then maybe I reassess my evaluation of Bernardeschi and really say, okay, let's keep him. Let's invest in this player who, maybe Allegri knows what he's doing with him. Because sometimes there are those players that just the coach knows what he's doing with these players, and he can get the best out of them. All right, let's move that one on to MONATA. MONATA, not another great game from MONATA. 5.5 rating for me personally. 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target, 1 shot blocked. 1 successful dribble, 1 accurate long ball, no accurate crosses, 6 ground duels, 1, 2 aerial duels, 1, 17 times lost possession. I think that might be a team high right now. He was offsides 1 time because of. Oh wait, no, that's wait. Is it offside? Yeah, it's offsides. Yeah. Alvaro MONATA, yeah, always offsides, and 1 tackle as well. Continued on though, MCKINNEY, who was the goal scorer early in the match. Like I said, it played well. He finished it very well. So going to give MCKINNEY his credit there. I gave him a 6 rating overall. He did that. Did he do much after the thing? It's debatable. Played 72 minutes, had 1 goal, 1 shot on target, 2 shots off target, 2 successful dribble attempts, 1 that hit the woodwork, 2 big chances missed, and that's really 2 of the more unfortunate parts that he did miss those 2, with the 1 that hit the woodwork. 2 accurate long balls, 4 ground duels, 1 aerial duel, 1, 2 offsides, of course, and 1 interception and 1 tackle as well. But awesome to see MCKINNEY get his 3rd goal for Juventus. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. Is it? Let me make this right. It's what am I saying? What am I saying, guys? I can't even talk over my own tongue right now. I believe the stat was something about along the lines of he's one of the youngest players to have scored his 3rd goal. I think that's his 3rd goal this season, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I still what I'm saying here, and I can't even get this thought out. I don't know why my brain's going dead right now. I've been up since 2 a.m. It's fine. What I will say is that give him credit, though, because he's still young and he still has a lot to work on. And hopefully Moise Kean can become a useful piece for Juventus going into the future. But really cool to see him get another goal during this time, especially during a time where they really need it right now. Weston McKennie is the next one up. We only really covered two of the substitutions because really he came in at halftime, and then you have Dejan Kulusevski. I talk about him, and then the other players really didn't play enough time to really talk about. Weston McKennie, I gave him a 6 rating overall. He had 1 key pass that he delivered, 5 out of 5 successful dribbles, 5 ground duels, 5 aerial duels, 1. And 1 interception. So another good, solid performance, I feel like, especially compared to the likes of Rabiot and Bentancur, for being honest. And then we can talk about Dejan Kulusevski, which you got to give him credit. Really, he gets a 6 rating, mainly based off of creating that assist, creating that for Bernardeschi there in the time that he played. 1 assist, 1 key pass, 2 successful dribble attempts, 3 ground duels, 1 aerial duel, 1, and 1 tackle as well. But definitely want to give him the credit because, there's been a lot of talk going out there about Kulusevski. Is he up the, on the chopping block, being able to be moved out or whatever have you? But we'll see how that goes into the future. If he ends up being moved, if he ends up being kept, I would really hope that Allegri could use him and utilize him in the future, so maybe retain him. But at the same time, we need good players. We need a Vlahovic. We know our financial situation. If you can sell him, great. I'll live with the sacrifice. But I was really hoping, because I've talked so many times about Dejan Kulusevski, that I see a lot of potential in him. I see the potential, and I just want him to meet it. It's kind of cool in 18 minutes to be able to deliver that assist. Sometimes the way he moves the ball can be very, very smooth. Let's move it on, though. And then the final one of the day is Max Allegri. He gets a 6 rating for me overall. As he said during the pre-match press conference stuff yesterday, he basically hammered home saying, if they don't win this game against Cagliari, the last match that they won, Bologna will mean absolutely nothing, and it's absolutely right. You collect 6 points in the 2 games to end the, I guess this part of the year, or I guess this year, and then finish off going into not next season, but next January after the winter break. Hopefully on a high note, and maybe see where the pieces may fall. And, like I said, be in competition to get into the top 4. We'll see. Max Allegri has a long way to go. He has a lot of work to do. I really still want to see more development. I want to see something going on there with the attack. I'm glad to see 2 goals, but I'd like to see something instilled there. Some kind of idea, where I can look at it and I can tell you, oh, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing offensively. But the most important part is if Max Allegri can get this done and get us moving and finishing in top 4, I'll feel a lot more comfortable, and I feel a lot more, I guess I'd put more, I have trust in him because I know what he's capable of and what he's done before, but I'll definitely feel a little bit more like he still got it, if you will, going into another season, because he ain't going anywhere after this season. I know a lot of people will say fire or sack Allegri. He ain't going anywhere, guys. Anyway, guys, that's my player ratings and I guess also coach ratings. Let me know your thoughts. Do you disagree with some? Do you agree? Feel free to battle out with me in the comment section down below. Anyway, guys, if you could, please leave a like on the video. It really helps us grow and continue to the algorithm and all that nonsense. Make sure you also subscribe to the channel. Like I said, there will be future giveaways coming as well, and new other stuff that I want to do on top of that, and also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Make sure you follow us at all of our social media. It's in the graphic as well as the description down below. I'm at Justin Sofro on Twitter, and of course it's at BiancoNeri Zone everywhere else. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.